Welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most essential concepts in mathematics, BODMAS. Whether you're a student, a teacher, or just someone looking to brush up on your math skills, understanding BODMAS is crucial. It's the rule that tells us the correct order to solve mathematical expressions, ensuring everyone gets the same answer. Without BODMAS, math problems could be interpreted in many ways, leading to confusion and mistakes. In this video, we'll break down each part of BODMAS, look at examples, and see why this order matters so much. Let's get started by understanding what BODMAS stands for and why it's so important in mathematics. BODMAS is an acronym that helps us remember the order in which to perform operations in a mathematical expression. Each letter stands for a specific operation: B for brackets, O for orders, D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, and S for subtraction. This order is followed universally in mathematics to avoid ambiguity. For example, if you see a complex expression, BODMAS tells you exactly where to start and what to do next. By following BODMAS, everyone can solve problems consistently and accurately. Let's break down each component of BODMAS to see how it works in practice. First letter in BODMAS stands for brackets. Brackets are used to group parts of an expression that should be solved first. There are different types of brackets: parentheses, square bracket, and curly braces. Whenever you see brackets in a math problem, always solve the operations inside them before moving on to anything else. This helps break down complex problems into simpler parts. For example, in the expression 2 times 3 plus 4, you must add 3 and 4 first because they are inside the brackets. Only after that do you multiply by 2. Brackets make calculations clear and organized. Next in BODMAS is O for orders. Orders refer to powers and roots such as squares, cubes, and square roots. These operations come right after brackets. For example, in the expression 32 plus 4, you must calculate 3 squared, which is 9, before adding 4. Orders also include roots like square root 16, which equals 4. Handling orders early ensures that the most complex calculations are completed before moving on to simpler operations like multiplication or addition. This step is crucial for getting the correct answer, especially in expressions with exponents or roots. After brackets and orders, we move to division and multiplication. These two operations are on the same level in BODMAS, meaning you solve them from left to right as they appear in the expression. For example, in 12 divided by 3 times 2, you first divide 12 by 3 to get 4, then multiply by 2 to get 8. It's important not to always do multiplication before division. Instead, work from left to right. This rule helps avoid mistakes and keeps calculations consistent. Division and multiplication are often found together, so pay close attention to their order in the problem. Final steps in BODMAS are addition and subtraction. Like division and multiplication, these two are also on the same level. You solve them from left to right as they appear in the expression. For example, in 10 2 plus 5, you first subtract 2 from 10 to get 8, then add 5 to get 13. Don't always add before subtracting, just move left to right. This approach ensures that everyone interprets and solves the problem the same way. Addition and subtraction are usually the last operations you perform, wrapping up the calculation. You might wonder why following BODMAS is so important. Imagine if everyone solved math problems in their own way, answers would vary and confusion would reign. BODMAS provides a universal standard, ensuring that no matter who solves the problem, the answer is always the same. This consistency is especially important in science, engineering, and everyday life, where precise calculations matter. By mastering BODMAS, you're building a strong foundation for all future math learning. Let's see how BODMAS works with some real examples. Let's look at a simple example: 2 plus 3 times 4. If you add first, you get 5 times 4 equals 20, but BODMAS tells us to multiply before adding. So 3 times 4 is 12, then add 2 to get 14. This shows how following the correct order changes the answer. It's a common mistake to add first, but with BODMAS you know to multiply before adding. Practicing with simple examples like this helps you remember the rule and avoid errors in more complex problems. Now let's try an example with brackets: 2 times 3 plus 4. According to BODMAS, solve the brackets first, add 3 and 4 to get 7, then multiply by 2 to get 14. If you ignored the brackets and multiplied first, you get a completely different answer. This highlights why brackets are so important. They tell you which part of the problem to solve first. Always look for brackets before doing anything else in a math expression. See how orders work in an example: 5 plus 22. According to BODMAS, you must solve the order the square before adding. So 2 squared is 4, then add 5 to get 9. If you added first, you get 7 squared, which is 49, a completely different answer. This example shows why it's crucial to handle powers and roots before moving on to addition or subtraction. Let's tackle a more complex example: 6 plus 2 times 52 3. Start with the brackets. Inside you have 52 3. First, handle the order: 52 is 25, then subtract 3 to get 22. Now multiply 2 by 22 to get 44. Finally add 6 to get 50. By following BODMAS step by step, you arrive at the correct answer. This method works for even the most complicated expression. Without BODMAS, it's easy to make mistakes. For example, in 8 2 times 3, if you subtract first, you get 6 times 3 equals 18, which is wrong. BODMAS tells us to multiply first. 2 times 3 equals 6, then subtract from 8 to get 2. These mistakes can lead to big problems, especially in exams or real-life calculations. Always remember to check the order of operations before solving any math problem. BODMAS isn't just for school, it's used in real life too. Whether you're calculating a bill, working on a science project, or even programming a computer, following the correct order of operations is essential. For example, when splitting a bill among friends, you need to add up the total, apply discounts, and then divide by the number of people. Doing these steps in the wrong order could lead to unfair results. BODMAS keeps things fair and accurate. Mathematics, there are several types of brackets: parentheses, square bracket, and curly braces. Sometimes you'll see expressions with more than one type of bracket. In these cases, always solve the innermost brackets first, then work your way out. This rule helps keep calculations organized and ensures you don't miss any steps. Understanding how to handle different brackets is key to mastering BODMAS. Let's look at an example with nested brackets. 2 times 3 plus 4, 1. Start with the innermost brackets. For 1 is 3, now the expression is 2 times 3 plus 3. Next, add inside the square brackets. 3 plus 3 is 6. Finally, multiply by 2 to get 12. Working from the inside out, you make sure every part of the problem is solved in the right order. Nested brackets can look tricky, but BODMAS makes them manageable. Orders in BODMAS include both exponents and roots. Exponents are numbers raised to a power, like 23, which means 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. Roots are the opposite, like the square root of 9, which is 3. Always handle these operations right after brackets. For example, in 2 plus 3, 2, add inside the brackets first to get 5, then square it to get 25. This step is essential for solving more advanced math problems. It's important to remember that division and multiplication have equal priority in BODMAS. This means you don't always do multiplication before division. Instead, solve them as they appear from left to right. For example, in 16 divided by 4 times 2, divide 16 by 4 to get 4, then multiply by 2 to get 8. Mixing up the order can lead to incorrect answers, so always follow the left to right rule for these operations. It's like division and multiplication, addition and subtraction also have equal priority. Always solve them from left to right. For example, in 25 plus 2, subtract 5 from 20 to get 15, then add 2 to get 17. If you add first, you get a different answer. This rule keeps calculations consistent and helps you avoid simple mistakes. Remember, left to right is key for these operations. Some countries you might hear PEMDAS instead of BODMAS. They mean the same thing: parentheses, brackets, exponents, orders, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. The only difference is the terminology. Both rules guide you through the correct order of operations. So whether you use BODMAS or PEMDAS, you'll always get the right answer if you follow the steps. Left-right rule is crucial for operations with equal priority. If you always did multiplication before division or addition before subtraction, you get different answers depending on the problem. The left-right approach ensures fairness and consistency. It's a simple rule, but it makes a big difference in solving math problems correctly. Always scan your expression and work through it step by step, following the order. BODMAS isn't just for numbers, it's also used in algebra. When solving algebraic expressions, always follow the order of operations. For example, in 2x plus 3x1, solve inside the brackets first, then multiply and finally add. This keeps your work organized and ensures you don't miss any steps. Mastering BODMAS in algebra will help you solve equations more efficiently and accurately. Word problems often require you to translate real-life situations into math expressions. Once you have the expression, use BODMAS to solve it. For example, if you buy 3 pens at $2 each and a notebook for $5, the total is 3 times 2 plus 5. Multiply first, then add. BODMAS helps you break down word problems and find the correct answer every time. Computer programming, BODMAS is used to ensure calculations are performed correctly. Programming languages like Python and Java follow the same order of operations. If you write an expression in code, the computer will use BODMAS to solve it. Understanding this helps you write accurate programs and avoid bugs. BODMAS is truly a universal rule, even in technology. Best way to master BODMAS is through practice. Try solving different types of expressions from simple to complex. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to follow the order of operations. Over time, you'll spot mistakes quickly and solve problems with confidence. Practice is the key to making BODMAS second nature. If you ever forget the order, remember the acronym BODMAS. Some people use phrases like "Big all ducks make awesome soup" to help remember the sequence. You can also write the acronym at the top of your page when working on math problems. Visual aids and repetition are great ways to keep BODMAS fresh in your mind. After solving a math problem, it's always a good idea to check your work. Go through each step and make sure you followed BODMAS correctly. If your answer doesn't match the expected result, look for places where you might have skipped the order. Double-checking helps you catch mistakes and improve your accuracy over time. During exams, following BODMAS can make a big difference in your score. Many exam questions are designed to test your understanding of the order of operations. If you rush and skip steps, you might lose marks. Take your time, follow BODMAS, and you'll be more likely to get the correct answer. This strategy is especially important in timed tests. BODMAS isn't just for math class, it's used in science too. Scientists use complex formulas that require careful attention to the order of operations. Whether calculating chemical concentrations or analyzing data, BODMAS ensures results are accurate and reliable. Mastering BODMAS helps you succeed in science subjects and beyond. Engineers rely on BODMAS to solve technical problems and design solutions. From building bridges to programming robots, the correct order of operations is essential. Mistakes in calculations can lead to serious consequences. That's why engineers always double-check their work and follow BODMAS to the letter. It's a fundamental skill in the engineering world. In finance, BODMAS is used to calculate interest, investments, and budgets. Financial analysts use complex formulas that require precise calculations. Following BODMAS ensures that money is managed accurately and efficiently. Whether you're saving for the future or analyzing a company's profits, BODMAS is your guide to correct calculations. You might not realize it, but BODMAS is part of everyday life. From cooking recipes to planning trips, you often use the order of operations without thinking about it. For example, if you're doubling a recipe, you multiply ingredients before adding them together. BODMAS helps you stay organized and get the right results, even outside the classroom. Modern calculators are programmed to follow BODMAS automatically. When you enter an expression, the calculator uses the correct order of operations to give you the right answer. However, it's still important to know BODMAS yourself so you can enter expressions correctly and understand the results. Trust your calculator, but trust your own knowledge too. Spreadsheets like Excel also follow BODMAS. When you create formulas in a spreadsheet, the program uses the order of operations to calculate results. This is especially useful for managing data, finances, or scientific information. Knowing BODMAS helps you write better formulas and avoid errors in your spreadsheets. International exams like SAT, GRE, and GMAT all use BODMAS in their math sections. No matter where you study, the order of operations is the same. Practicing BODMAS prepares you for success in these important tests and helps you compete globally. It's a universal math language. Even when doing math in your head, BODMAS is important. By following the order of operations, you can solve problems quickly and accurately without writing anything down. Mental math skills improve with practice, and BODMAS is the foundation. Try challenging yourself with mental math exercises using BODMAS rules. In working in groups, everyone needs to agree on the order of operations. BODMAS provides a common framework so group members can solve problems together without confusion. This teamwork is especially important in school projects, science labs, and professional settings. BODMAS helps groups work efficiently and reach the right answer together. Problem solving is at the heart of mathematics, and BODMAS is a key tool. By breaking down complex problems into smaller steps and following the order of operations, you can tackle even the toughest challenges. BODMAS gives you a roadmap to follow, making problem solving less intimidating and more manageable. Learning BODMAS also improves your logical thinking skills. It teaches you to approach problems step by step, analyze information, and make decisions based on rules. These skills are valuable not just in math but in everyday life and many careers. BODMAS is more than a math rule, it's a way to think logically. Mastering BODMAS can boost your confidence in math. When you know the rules and can apply them correctly, you feel more comfortable tackling new problems. Confidence grows with practice and understanding. BODMAS is a great place to start building your math confidence. One of the biggest benefits of BODMAS is mistake prevention. By following the order of operations, you reduce the risk of calculation errors. This is especially important in high-stakes situations like exams, financial decisions, or scientific research. BODMAS is your safety net for accurate math. BODMAS is a skill you'll use throughout your life. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who enjoys puzzles, understanding the order of operations will always be useful. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember that BODMAS is the foundation of mathematical thinking. While BODMAS is used worldwide, some countries use different acronyms or slightly different terminology. However, the core idea remains the same. There is a standard order for solving math problems. This shared understanding connects people across cultures and makes math a universal language. Strong grasp of BODMAS prepares you for more advanced math topics like algebra, calculus, and statistics. As you move forward in your studies, you'll encounter more complex expressions that require careful attention to the order of operations. BODMAS is the building block for all higher-level math. Let's recap what we've learned. BODMAS stands for brackets, orders, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. It's the rule that guides us through solving math expressions in the correct order. By following BODMAS, you ensure accuracy, avoid mistakes, and build a strong foundation for all your math learning. Keep practicing, and soon BODMAS will become second nature. Congratulations, you've now unlocked the secrets of BODMAS. Remember, mastering the order of operations is a key skill for success in math and beyond. Keep practicing with different problems, challenge yourself with new examples, and don't be afraid to explore more advanced math topics. With BODMAS as your guide, you're ready to tackle any math challenge that comes your way.